Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be with you today. I am Patrina Wisdom, your Fresh Start Specialist and Authentic Living and Leadership Coach, coming to you today on this Wisdom Wednesdays. So happy to be with you again. We're going to be talking again today about awakening the power of unconditional love. But before we do that, I'd like to make just a couple of announcements. I want to remind you that tonight is our Wine and Wisdom Wednesdays event, our monthly event every third Wednesday of the month from 7:30 to 11 p.m. at Mazo Wine and Bistro. Bistro and Wine, on Craig and Rancho. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, please join us for appetizers and a beautiful wine tasting, mingling, and just making soul connections. It's going to be awesome as usual. Second announcement is that there's been a lot of you who have expressed interest in coming on my 5-day recreation retreat in Tucson, Arizona, March 24th to March 29th, 2013. That's next month. And we're only taking 10 ladies. So we're having a very special Q&A informational call next Tuesday, which is the 26th, 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 20 o'clock UK time if you're overseas. And if you're interested at all in joining that call, there's a link that you need to click to register for the call, and we will email you details about how to get on. Okay? So let's go ahead and jump into our Wisdom Wednesdays for today. Awakening the power of unconditional love. So our first point for today is recognize and receive the love that you already have in your life. Oftentimes, we're so busy looking for the love that fits that cookie cutter version of what we think that love is, that we don't actually acknowledge, receive, or enjoy the love that we already have in our lives. And it's so funny because I went to a vision boarding event a couple weeks ago. And, I finished up my vision board, I brought it home, and I'm sitting down staring at it, and I'm like, wow, all of the things that I put on the board that I wanted to create for my life, I realized that I already had it. It may not be the perfect, like I say, cookie cutter picture of how I wanted it to look, but I have it. So sometimes, we have to stop and recognize what we already have. Yeah, we all function. We know that we need to be in gratitude, and a lot of us are very much in gratitude and living in the moment. But when it comes specifically to love, there's so much love that we receive on a daily basis from God, from ourselves, from our family, from our friends, from even males that we interact with, our lovers or our, friends or, relationships, spouses, that we don't recognize fully because we're so busy judging it. We're so busy judging it and trying to make it what it is that we visualize it to be instead of letting it flow and develop and just be what it is. So I want to invite you to find the gift, to find the love, acknowledge the love, receive the love in every single relationship that you encounter, without trying to make it into something that it's not, something that it may well one day be, or not, but just to let it be what it is and enjoy the love while you have it. All right? The next thing that I want to talk about today, the next point, is to know your love style. How do you give love? Are you a red light, a green light, or a yellow light style lover? So what that means is, let's first talk about a green light lover. A green light lover is someone who just freely and almost recklessly gives love. They fall in love at the drop of a hat. Every single person that they get involved with, they're in love with. Right? And that can be very dangerous because you are constantly open and vulnerable to not only getting hurt, because that's not such a bad thing. I mean, we get hurt, we get up, we dust ourselves off, we learn the lesson, and we keep on moving. So that's not such a bad thing. But it is important for us to know what we want before just jumping into every single thing that comes our way. So if you are a green light lover, then I want to invite you to just really have a clear idea of what it is or who it is that you want to give your love to before jumping into a relationship. If you're like me and you're a yellow light lover, what a yellow light lover is someone who they're very, I call it investigative, right? I'm a natural investigator. I'm a Scorpio. And so I'll watch and I'll listen and I'll learn and I'll get to know a person. But once I decide that this is someone that I want to love, then I jump in head first, right? And it's just the most unconditional, unreserved love, and can almost be suffocating at times because I just want to give it. Love is who I am. It's one of my core values, and it just spills over. And so for us yellow light lovers, I want to invite you to not only stop and investigate like we do, but to also be very careful once you jump into the relationship, not to be stuck in the idea, like we talked about in the first point for today, the idea or the vision of what you want that to look like. I want to invite you, once you fully jump in and immerse yourself into the idea of loving this person, to just let it flow. Just let it flow, let it develop into what it's going to be. And along the way, decide if it's something that you are wanting to stay in. Because the beauty about love, the beauty about life, the beauty about our choices is that we actually have a right to change our mind. So you can jump in head first, and along the way, when the person starts to reveal themselves, decide that it's not what you want. And you can still love them. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship or a marriage or something so restrictive and confined for you to be in love or to love a person. So I want to invite everyone, all loving styles, to flow and to really just feel that love, experience the love, allow the love. The last love style that I want to talk about is the red light lover. And the red light lover is the one who's like, boom, and has this boundary, this force field around them that is so thick that you have to fight and work your way in and prove yourself to even receive their love. And the wild thing, the unique thing about a red light lover is that even once they know that you are a person that's trustworthy and loving and that you love them, they still can't put down that wall. It's very challenging for them. So I want to invite you red light lovers to take some chances, to, yes, be cautious. And once you realize that the person that you're in a loving relationship with loves you, honors you, no matter what, with no judgment, I want to invite you to jump in. Jump in. I know it's scary, but get comfortable being uncomfortable. Feel the fear and do it anyway, because you're blocking yourself from being loved so deeply and so beautifully. All right? Our third point for today is always be congruent. It's important to make choices that are congruent with your core values and your desires, because anything else would be a contradiction and will confuse you and the powers that want to send it to you. So be congruent with what it is that you want. If you are a person, I just recently realized that freedom is one of my huge core values. I like to feel free. I want to be able to do what I want to do and take care of me. And so if I'm in a love that's feeling restricted, then in order to be congruent with my core values, I need to set boundaries and to create the relationship that I need. So listen, I'm going to continue to talk about love, success, and money in a series of events, teleclasses, all sorts of things. I want to invite you to visit the link below, Awakening Success, Love, and Money at patrinawisdom.com/awakening-success-love-money, and connect with me on Facebook and Twitter, Patrina Wisdom. And also visit my website, patrinawisdom.com. If you have questions, if you have concerns, email me, patrina@patrinawisdom.com. It's been great spending this time with you on this Wisdom Wednesday, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.